Vehicle sales for 2022 are in. We now know the top 10 best-selling cars in the United States. And surprisingly, well, they're showing a trend in the United States. A trend that is not about to slow down any time soon. Hello, my friends, and welcome to the channel. I'm the Electric Viking. Great to see you. My name's Sam Evans, and I'm coming to you from Melbourne in Australia. Thank you for tuning in. It's great to see you. By the way, thank you to our Patreon supporters. Really appreciate what you do. If you can support us on Patreon this year, that would be unreal. I'll put a link in the description below. And also our YouTube members, thank you too. Now, within the last few hours, it's been reported on CNBC, several analysts believe Tesla will hit 5 million vehicle sales in 2030. And these same analysts were very pessimistic on Tesla only a few months ago. Well, it seems as though they've changed their minds. Best-selling cars in the United States in 2022 were, first place, the Ford F-Series pickup trucks. Now, Ford F-Series pickup trucks actually lost 10% in terms of total sales versus last year, or versus 2021. But in second place was the Chevrolet Silverado with 513,354. Now, technically, it did come second, but some people believe that the GMC Sierra is basically the same vehicle, just kind of dressed up differently. And if you look at it that way, then, well, obviously it would have come first. But, I mean, technically it's a different vehicle according to the sales charts, even though it's owned by the same parent company. But regardless, sales for the Silverado, they were down 1.2%. So we're seeing a trend here. Sales going down for the best-selling vehicles in the US. Third place was the Ram pickup. And the Ram pickup actually lost even more ground. The Ram pickup sold 468,000, which was a decrease in sales versus 2021 of 17.7%. But it's a bit surprising to me. I would have thought there'd be a rebound in 2022 considering the COVID year of 2021. But in fact, there's been the opposite occur. Fourth place, Toyota RAV4, also down by 2% with 399,000 sales. Fifth place was the Toyota Camry, down 6% to 295,000 sales. Now, I should point out in Australia, we're very similar in terms of our sales market to the United States. People love pickup trucks here in Australia, and they used to love the Toyota Camry. They don't anymore. The Tesla Model 3 now outsells the Toyota Camry here in Australia. Come on, Americans, you can do the same. Let's do it. Sixth place was the Tesla Model Y, 252,000 sales, an increase of 32.4% versus the previous year. But surprisingly, its actual vehicle delivery numbers weren't that different to the Tesla Model 3. Seventh place was the GMC Sierra with 241,522,000 sales, also down 3%. Eighth place, Honda CR-V, 238,155 sales, down 34%. And this follows the story of Honda this year in Europe and the United States. Honda, and in Australia as well, in fact, in Australia it's even worse. Honda has just become non-existent. It used to be one of the most popular brands in Australia. It's just dead. It's dead in the water now. No one wants them. Really, no one wants them. Honda in the US, they claim that things will get better now that they're getting more stock. But they've had stock for months. So I don't believe that's actually true. Honda's sales have collapsed in the US this year by around 36%. That includes Acura. Yeah, not looking good for them. I made a video about that. You need to see that video. Ninth place was the Toyota Tacoma, down 6% with 237,000 sales. And personally, I don't know why anyone buys a Toyota Tacoma. It's ancient. I mean, see, I think the American pickups that are made from General Motors, Ford, and Ram, I actually think they're significantly better. I really don't know why anyone would buy a Tacoma. Anyhow, if you disagree, let me know why. 10th place was the Jeep Grand Cherokee, 223,345 sales, down 15.5%. So as you can see, every single one of these models, every single one in America in the top 10 was down, right? Sales were down every single model, some of them by up to 40%. Model 3, it was in 13th place. It wasn't too far off 10th place. It had 220,000 sales. So actually it was very, very close to 10th place. You could almost say it was 10th. No, you couldn't really. So what's the trend here? Well, the trend here is that you have to say there's only one electric car model here in the top 10, its sales grew significantly. Everyone else went down. The trend here is clearly for electric cars, right? So what does that mean for Toyota? Well, it means Toyota don't plan on making any electric cars anytime soon in the United States, where their vehicles would qualify for a $7,500 incentive plus the battery incentive. That'd be about $10,000, maybe more than $10,000 US dollars per car if you're talking about the pickup truck market, considering, look, pickup trucks are clearly, they dominate, right? They dominate. You've got 5 of the top 10 best-selling vehicles. I mean, they're making up about 60% of the most sold vehicles in the United States. And frankly, if Toyota is not planning on making an electric pickup truck, which they're probably not. I mean, they haven't really said that they are. They haven't said they are at all. But even if they want to, even if they said tomorrow, oh yeah, no, General Motors and Ford and Ram were right, we have to make one, it would take them so long to catch up. I don't think it's ever going to happen. Clearly, that's a big problem, because if you're talking about 60% of the US market, it is Toyota's most important car market. The United States, hands down, most important car market. They're going to lose a massive share of it because, look, is the Camry electric? No. Is the Tacoma electric? No. Is the RAV4 electric? No. Is anything they make in the US electric? No. Well, what are they going to do in, say, 2028 when all the competition is selling millions of electric vehicles in the US, which they will be, even if you disagree with that, it doesn't really matter, because the point is, look, we've had more than $100 billion invested into electrification, into batteries in the US. It's happening, Toyota. Get with the party. I've said for a while now, GM and Ford, they are on the right track. They will struggle over the next decade, as all automakers will, but I don't see them going bankrupt. I think that they actually recognized it early enough what was happening in the market. And what did we hear last week? The CEO of Toyota said most mainstream automakers actually don't agree. They doubt the electric car future, and the silent majority don't want electric cars. Clearly, the future, my friends, of the automotive industry is electric. And if Toyota decide it's not for them, they'll just cease to exist, or at least cease to be able to pay their $187 billion of debt. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.